So you now have a half size of aquarium in your garage.
Yes,
Let's
that is
go
the
there.
hatchery. When building my setup, I was inspired by the goldfish farms in northern China, where it was all concrete, big concrete
Correct.
farm. So obviously, I don't have the space to build a massive concrete farm for goldfish. So we just have to make do with what we can, right? In the best way that we can. This is the hatchery. All of these are just 5 gallon. And then underneath here, these tubs, the Japanese, they raise the goldfish in these shallow plastic tubs. So these are very young, maybe 1-2 months old.
How many cullings having those?
So I've done 2 major cullings, right? First culling I always do at 2 weeks because that's when they start to show a lot of their body deformations. And then we do one at 1 month, right? Just to kind of get our standards up, make sure everybody has split tail, or make sure nobody else has bad deformities.
Okay.
And then once these are maybe a little bit bigger, maybe 2 months, right? Maybe 2-3 months, we do the final cull. That is when, so these are, they're empty. They're no more breeding yet. What I keep in here are fish that need a little more attention. So the hospital tank, right? I try to avoid using as much antibiotics, a lot of the medicine, and I just let salt and clean water do most of the work.
Have you tried the garlic trick?
The garlic. Yeah. So for this one, they were slowing down, and then I saw little red bumps on the skin, so that made me nervous. But the salt made it go away. As you notice, I always try to grow algae in all of my tanks, even if it's hospital tank, right?
Yes.
Because I am a very busy person. I'm not here every day or all day to feed the fish.
Yes, you're not a full-time goldfish keeper.
Exactly, right? I work at the medical center.
Yeah.
So while I'm away, they snack on the algae, and when they come home, they get their complete meal. So that way, they're never really actually hungry. They always have something. And the benefit with the algae is it also helps with the filtration of the water.
Full spectrum.
Very intense and powerful. And I noticed it kind of helps out with the colors as well. They grow, their colors usually come in a little earlier than most goldfish.
Okay, the other secret, even though for his hatching tank, there's also a big one. You tell me what it is, right?
Oh, it's more aged water.
It's water, see? The traditional goldfish saying you raise your water before raise your fish, right? He's doing the job right away. He put his air bubbles constantly, and the huge tank has a very stable temperature and water quality very stable. This is another 100 again. And so they're going to support all of those hatchery tanks.
These tubs, there was a aquaponics store in North Houston. They were going out of business, so they were trying to get rid of as much of their inventory.
Which year was that? Why I did not know.
This was this year.
Look at that! I keep the secret. I really like the low profile. That's the perfect for ranching, right? Bigger surface, low depths. You see how deep
maybe just 1 feet, 1.5 feet.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's
and it's a lot easier on their backs as well. So with my rancho style, they have a more top view. They're not full top view like the Japanese, but they have a more top view aesthetic style with their tails as well. And if I raise the rancho in something like this, very deep, right? Yeah. It's gonna get almost like a ball, ball shape, which is fine if you breed for that. But for me, not for me, right?
So that's a really good point. I mean, there's really no right or wrong for goldfish keeping. You know, everyone pretty much cultivate their own goldfish, right? And if you want a long, you want a short, it's up to you, right?
Let's go deeper with these fish. I have my basket. All right. So within these, in this tub, the rancho tub here, we have more dragon scales. So the parents from the backyard.
Oh, the 75-gallon guys.
Yes, these are the offspring of those.
And how many you got so far? I mean, this is you called 3 times?
Yes, these are final. So these are the ones I will keep.
This one even have a red and white, which is their parents is a pure golden.
I know. That's the unique thing with goldfish genetics.
Yeah.
It's almost like gambling. Yeah. You don't know what you're going to get. But we're going to look at them in the sun.
All right, let's examine the fish under the sun. This is the dragon. They're all dragon scale, right?
So this is a dragon scale, but it's also the Necrius. Yeah, the Necrius Sakura scale. The shape of the scale is just the dragon scale, but the scale luster, the shine is very Sakura.
Like halfly transparent.
Yes.
Right. You can even see their color. That's the beauty of this one. Look at that.
Right.
Look at that. Yeah, you can even see. So not only the metallic glitter just one of the scale, but most of the scale is actually halfly transparent.
Gaps between the skin. The scales that show the skin, right?
Yep.
But on the Sakura scale type, the matted scale type, it looks like all of it is skin, right?
Exactly. My point is, you have to get an aged water, you have to get the filtration system right, and after that, you don't bother all those fish diseases. You don't have this dropsy issue because the filtration is right. You get everything fundamentally. That's the only way you can keep so many goldfish in a short period of time.
Are the baby telescope goldfish. These are the children from the bigger telescope. Right? I've never actually worked with telescope goldfish before, but I just fell in love with them. So the thing with they're so graceful. They're so balanced with the big eyes and the big tail. It's like big, right, and the slender body. Balanced fish, beautiful balanced fish. So one thing I always look out for in my fish, right, is are they always moving around searching for food? If they're floating in the water and they look like they're bored, something is wrong. You need to find out what is happening there because that will eventually lead to a lot of the issues we see in the online communities.
Let me ask you, how many times do you actually do the water quality check?
Never.
See, this pro goldfish keeper never do the water quality check because he know everything's right. If you have a system like that, aged water, you get those green algae into your tank, and if you have the water quality, we can smell his water. You know, you don't have to use those testers, all the tapes.
I don't own one.
He doesn't even own one, right? So, well, here's the thing: if you get it right, get the filtration system, get the sufficient sunlight, get the aged water, you should not worry about it. If you're less worried about the goldfish, and then you spend more time to enjoy it.
I sit there as I feed him. I'll sit here for like an hour with the garage sunset, goldfish. And
this is another
that's what it's all about. That is really what it's all about. When goldfish become too much work, it's no longer enjoyable.
Stressful.
Exactly. It's like a job.
This is like you already have a very busy day. You have a very bad argument with your boss, and then when you go back home, you have to curing the goldfish. I mean, you have to, stressful job.
Of course. So I just want to come home, sit down, feed the fish, and enjoy them. That's really all. With aging your water, it limits a lot of the first introduction to, like, let's say, contamination. A lot of the tap water, especially in Houston, has excessive chemical, sulfur. I don't want to say lead, but sulfur. Sometimes ammonia.
Well, the problem is you probably don't even know.
Exactly, and you don't know, right? And people, they get so stressed and they start testing the tap water. Age your water, leave it alone for a week. All of that impurity will go away.
Normally, how long you age your water? Is
minimal 24 hours. So sometimes I need to change the water. Okay, I'll 24 hours, but optimally 4 to 5 days.
Could you overage your water?
I don't think so. I've been on vacation
because I think the tricky thing is you keep the water circulating.
Yes,
because you have those air bubbles, the filtration. If you turn it off, it becomes still water. That maybe have
I see. So keeping the water movement, right? The more you work with fish, the more you become to learn the language of water.
See that buzzword again.
The language of water.
You got to hear that. How do you read the water, though?
So here's a good example, right? If you look at the water surface, the bubbles, they stay, but not long. The water is still clean, right?
They don't have accumulation bubbles on the edge.
So I already fed these fish, right? So there is a little bit of protein and oil in the water. So that tells me, okay, this water is still clean, but it's used. We're coming up to the time when I need to replace it again. Within the bigger tub, look, crystal clear water. The surface is clean apart from all the bubbles, but they go away very quickly. So that tells me we're okay. This is okay. Maybe it has 5 more days.
If you see that bubbles accumulated here, never disappear. That's the sign of old salt water.
Exactly. Okay. And then another thing is clarity. Clarity. Sometimes with older water, especially fish have been living in it, it has this very light tea color, very light, almost like a faint yellow, right? If you do not have algae in your water and your water is discolored, something's wrong. Get rid of it. But you always want to try to get that clarity where you can see all the way to the bottom and you can see the fish, you can see the swimming pattern really well. So if you start seeing this haze, this color, tint, time to change.
Time to change.
Okay. It's very unique. If you work with water long enough, you memorize the distinct aromas. So with older water, it has this almost swamp algae smell.
Okay.
Right. That's when when you smell green water, it has a vegetal kind of aroma to it, and that's okay because that's the point. Right?
Oh, that's fine. Okay,
Yeah, but when it's like clean fresh water like this and it has that aroma, then there is compounds in the water, and when those compounds break down, it will create mess. So that's when you need to start considering water changes. Yes, it's just an inline pump and it powers all of it. Just one pump to power the entire room. Look at that. Huh? And the best part, very cheap on Amazon.
Very cheap. Yeah. I saw this one.
17 air stones already drive this by
Just from one pump, right?
One pump.
So this is steam egg. This is what I mainly feed the younger goldfish. Of course, we have the egg base. I incorporate shrimp, garlic, and sometimes a little whey protein, some protein powder in there, just to get the mass of the goldfish to.
And how do you store it?
Once I steam it in the bowl, right, and then I just cover it with the foil and in the refrigerator. It lasts about 4 or 5 days. You don't want this to stay in the fridge for a long time. You want to use this as quickly as possible to get as much of the nutrients, because over time the shrimp will degrade, the egg will degrade, and sometimes if it's spoiled and the fish eat it, they'll get very sick.